Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is all set and ready to introduce over 8 new characters in this story, as well as making a lot of connections to the originals and the prequels in order to bring the Skywalker saga full circle by director J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. So what's really intriguing about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is really going to offer a lot of the different elements of the past that will be applied to many of the main characters such as Rey and Kylo Ren. And that's going to be a very interesting way to see exactly how J.J. Abrams will utilize the connections to the prequels and the originals that will benefit those characters in this movie. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions and one of the plans for the reshoots of this movie, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that it's described that one of the sequences that are planned for reshoots during the month of July over in Cardington involves a sequence based within the second act of the film, involving the character of Anakin Skywalker. It's described to be an adjustment to one of the scenes where Rey heads to the Lake of Dreams, where after having Kenobi's encounter, she also gets guidance from Anakin's Force Ghost, and his voice that is said to be done in a whispering fashion, as well as where Anakin's voice connects to Rey to the Beyond itself, which allows her powers to evolve. Anakin's Force Ghost is said to also offer Rey the truth and origins of the galaxy that will allow Rey to truly understand what the Force really is, and that it will help her focus on her path to creating a new order. Additionally, one of the sequences planned involves a CG model of Anakin's ghost that is planned that will be a mixture of Sebastian Shaw and Hayden Christensen for one of the scenes in the Land of Warriors, which is best described as a graveyard for the ancient Jedi. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that Episode 9 is going to be a very important movie, not just to Disney and Lucasfilm as companies, but also to the Star Wars community around the world. You know, with The Last Jedi being quite a divisive movie, a lot of people had issues with that movie, it split the fan base, and now with Episode 9, this really is a movie that has the potential to bring all the fans back together into one in a healthy state. And that, I think, is the ultimate goal, right? We do know that J.J. Abrams wants to really make this movie the best of the sequel trilogy, which is what I think we really need right now in the sequel trilogy. We really do need a movie that's really going to serve itself as the best film. Because if you look at The Force Awakens, yes, it was an entertaining and good movie, but at the same exact time, it was played very safe by Disney and Lucasfilm. J.J. Abrams even said that. And now looking at The Last Jedi, I did have a lot of issues with that film, and so did a lot of people out there as well. And now with Episode 9, it seems like it's going to be very nostalgic. So with the use of Anakin Skywalker helping Rey to a certain extent, by connecting her through the Lake of Dreams and connecting her to the origins of the Force and the whole entire galaxy, and telling her these new truths and these new revelations about the Force that allows her powers to evolve, is honestly rather interesting to see exactly how that's all going to play out within the Lake of Dreams. Now, in case you guys have no idea, the Lake of Dreams is a place in which Rey meditates. It's said to be a place that Anakin's Force Ghost, while over in the Netherworld, connected the Lake of Dreams over to the Beyond. It has this bridge of some kind where Rey is able to learn new powers that belong to the Beyond itself. Now, what's really interesting about that is that it seems like they are diving into Star Wars legends. We had a lot of different experiences like this in the books and the novels and stuff like that, back in the 1990s and the early 2000s. I mean, the Star Wars universe, when it comes to the EU, it is so expansive. It's like a library's worth of, books and novels and comics and video games and anyways. So the other piece that I do want to go over involves how they are actually planning to create a CG model as well for one of the very brief moments in the Lake of Dreams and in the Land of Warriors, where the Anakin figure is said to be a mixture of Hayden Christensen and Sebastian Shaw. Now, Shaw is long dead, sadly, and we do know that. How would they really make him, be able to have a CG model of his face mixed with Christensen. Well, that's pretty easy. It's basically the same exact thing that they did with Tarkin. So they're going to look at old footage, they're going to actually examine his facial structure, you know, everything ranging from his jawline to, you know, everything that's related to his facial structure that's going to be applied to other elements of Hayden's face in order to create a different take on the Anakin Skywalker character. Now, the other piece that I also want to go over is how Rey learns these new powers. This most likely is going to take into effect in the second act, where we will actually be able to finally see these powers being used for the very first time before her encounter with Kylo Ren, where the flash fights initiate in the third act of the movie, which we do know that they are initiated by Rey herself by going to the Lake of Dreams, by going into the Lost City and stuff around those lines, where the flash fights are able to be initiated. So I think that's going to be a very interesting side of Star Wars, where we have a Force Ghost that is able to help a user in the mortal world in that sense. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.